We just got a brand new leak talking about the new Mega Evolutions coming to Pokemon Legends EA. This one's an updated version of one of the previous leaks that we had. So if you guys remember that leak that I talked about where it showed a bunch of trainers and then which Mega Pokemon they were going to use. So we actually got an updated version of that where it shows us some all new trainers and which Mega Pokemon they're going to use as well. And we actually got to see these leaked trainers in that trailer that we got on the Pokemon Presents. So it turned out this leak was actually legit and we've now got some brand new info from that exact same source. So I think this is pretty interesting, but I do want to say quick before we get into everything that I'm trying to hit 20,000 subscribers on the channel. I'm also going to be covering all the latest Pokemon Legends EA news and leaks. So if you guys don't want to miss any of that, make sure you guys subscribe. It also really helps me reach my goal. All right, so here's the first page of trainers right here. And a lot of these trainers look very familiar to you guys now, I'm sure. So first of all, we got Naveen. Obviously, we found out he's a member of Team MZ and he's going to be involved in the detective arc that we have in the game. And it says he's going to use Mega Scrafty, which it says that this is just speculation, but on the back of his shirt, he literally has a picture of Scrafty. And he's also wearing a white sweater, which according to the leaks, that's kind of what Mega Scrafty is going to have as well. So we saw Naveen with a Scraggy in the trailers. So I'm sure during the game, somewhere down the line, that's going to turn into a Mega Scrafty. And then we got Lito right here, and she's going to have a Mega Starmie. She's involved in the Rust Syndicate arc, so just another part of the game story. Again, this one is also speculation, but it is pretty obvious just based on the fact that we saw her with a Staryu in the trailer, that she obviously will use a Mega Starmie. And also the fact that these two big trainers were both shown using the pre-evolutions of Pokemon with leaked Mega Evolutions. I think this one is so obvious. The next up we got Emma, and I'm sure you guys know about Emma already, but she's obviously going to be a detective in the game. It says she investigates the appearance of rogue Mega Pokemon, and she's going to use a Mega Malamar. So that one also makes a lot of sense. If you guys didn't know, we also had rogue Mega Pokemon leaked previously before we actually got them officially announced as well. So yeah, just another strong piece of evidence that this leak is legit. And then next up we got Mabel, who it says she's the new professor of the Kalos region. So in X and Y, the professor of the Kalos region was Professor Sycamore, but now we've got Professor Mabel. And then some of the speculation here says that she owned the ZA starters before the main character, which, you know, that's the case in all Pokemon games. So obviously I think it makes a lot of sense to assume that. And then we got Urbane and Tawny, which if you guys don't know by now, that's going to be our rival in the game. So depending on if you choose the male or the female character, either Urbane or Tawny will be your rival. And for their Mega Pokemon, they're either going to have Mega Emboar, Meganium, or Feraligatr, which again, that makes sense because usually your rival in all Pokemon games chooses one of the other starters that you don't pick. So depending on whichever starter we choose, that's what they're going to have. So I assume like if we choose Tepig, then they're obviously going to have Mega Feraligatr, you know what I mean? At least I would really hope that they would choose the starter that's super effective against the one we choose, because that just gives us a little more difficulty when we have to battle them. Because honestly, I didn't really like in recent Pokemon games how our rival usually chooses the starter that the one we chose is super effective against. So yeah, hopefully they make it a little bit more difficult with that. And it says that Urbane or Tawny is related to AZ, which that's pretty interesting in itself. I wonder how they're going to be related because AZ is like 3,000 years old, man. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see. But then next up we got Lysandre or L. So again, this one was actually in some previous leaks as well. We actually saw a trace of a character that was supposed to be current Lysandre. So that's kind of what this concept art right here looks like. And we have a bunch of info about him right here. So I'm going to read that out to you guys. First, I want to point out that he's going to have Mega Gyarados, which that one makes perfect sense. Like he used Mega Gyarados in X and Y as well as in Ultra Sun and Moon. So that one was kind of to be expected, but I thought it would have been cool if he used Mega Pyroar because that's one of the new ones. And I always kind of thought Lysandre's hair looked like Pyroar. So I don't know. I thought that would have been kind of cool, but it says here that he's going to show up relatively early in the game, so at the entrance of Hotel Z. Hotel Z is obviously AZ's hotel in the game. He introduces himself as L, and the game hints at him having a second chance at life. Apparently he can actually talk to Zygarde through telepathy, and somehow they're going to be working together, and it says we have to beat him to catch Zygarde, which that's pretty interesting. I wonder kind of what the story around that's going to be. It says Lysandre's new design is very similar to the way that AZ looks, and he's going to be blind in one of his eyes, and it says that he gives us the Zygarde cube, and that he also mentions a certain Z move from the Alola region, which I wonder if we're going to get a new Z move in this game. Like maybe they'd even give one to Zygarde. Zygarde was obviously really heavily represented in the Alola region, so I could see that making sense, but we'll have to see what happens. The next up we got Xerosic or Xerosic. I don't actually know the proper pronunciation for that, but he's one of the old Team Flare bosses. He's going to be running a food truck with some Team Flare grunts. Do what you guys want with that info. But, you know, it's cool that he's returning, I guess. The next up we got Corbeau, and this one's one of my favorite reveals from the OG leak. leak that we got in the trailer, because this one was actually the most accurate one that we had. So before it said we were going to have a trainer named Karivo who was going to use a Mega Scolipede. So now that we got this guy Corbeau who's been officially revealed, that's obviously who the leak was talking about before. And it says right here that that was just a translation error. So, you know, we see that type of stuff all the time, so that makes a lot of sense. And honestly, just based on the way he looks, like, he really matches Scolipede's aesthetic and even Scolipede's color scheme. This one I think is a no-brainer. He's definitely going to use Mega Scolipede. Although, to be honest, guys, I wouldn't be surprised if we got kind of a curveball and he ended up having like a Mega Arbok or something like that, because we did see him battling with an Arbok in the trailers. I think it's become a pretty slept on Pokemon, so I would say it definitely deserves its very own Mega Evolution. So I just wanted to put that out there just in case, because we really never know what could happen. And if you guys never want to have trouble sleeping ever again, that brings us into today's sponsor, Manta Sleep. Manta Sleep makes some super easy to use, super comfortable sleep masks, and they're 100% light blocking, and they have a bunch of different options on their website that you guys can choose from. And now that it's summertime in North America, the days have gotten a lot longer, so it's getting harder and harder to make sure you're getting enough sleep, especially when all that light starts coming into your room in the morning. But with the Manta Sleep masks, you guys won't have that problem whatsoever. I've been using my mask from Manta Sleep over the last week, and I've had absolutely no problems with waking up too early or even trouble falling asleep, so I honestly highly recommend them. And for me, I chose the Manta Sleep sound mask because it has a Bluetooth function, so you guys can actually connect it to your phone if you like listening to relaxing sounds or music before you go to sleep. So that's the one I would personally recommend, but I'm sure you'll find an option on their website that works for you. If you guys want a 10% discount on your order, use code NT10 down below, and my link will also be down in the description. Then next up, we got Philippe. He was also in that previous leak. He's the second in command of the Rust Syndicate, which, you know, that's Corbeau's kind of like mafia sort of thing, and he's going to use Mega Skarmory, which that was also in the other leak, so it's cool to see that one become accurate as well. Then next up, this trainer is going to use Mega Chandelure. We don't actually have a picture of her right now, but she's also going to be in the ZA tournament. I'm extremely hyped to see what Mega Chandelure is going to look like in game. I think honestly that's probably one of the ones I'm most excited to see, so I'm definitely going to be using Mega Chandelure on my team. Let me know which Mega Evolutions you guys are most hyped for and which ones you guys think you're going to use on your team. Next up, we got this trainer named Jacinthe, who apparently is going to have Mega Dragonite. And obviously in the latest Pokemon Legends EA trailer, we got Mega Dragonite officially revealed to us. And the leak was also 100% accurate on this one. So because of that, I kind of have no doubt that the rest of these are going to be real as well. But it says that she's the leader of the Battle Chateau inspired tournament, and all the trainers with Mega Evolutions will come together for this tournament. Next up, we got Jacinthe's maid assistant. So it says she's going to be a buff maid, which, dude, that's crazy, man. And she's gonna have a keystone in her bow tie, and then she's gonna be using a Mega Drampa, which that one seems pretty fitting as well, to be honest. Then ending off the list, we got these few, you know, familiar trainers. I'm sure I'm not gonna talk too much about these trainers because most of us already know a lot about these people, but first up, we got Jet. Obviously, she's the CEO of Quasartico. It says that the ZA Royale is gonna be run by Quasartico, and the goal of the Royale is to find the strongest trainer, and for some reason they're trying to hide the existence of rogue Mega Pokemon. So to me, that kind of sounds like they're going to be villains, because obviously if we're going to be helping Emma investigate these rogue Mega Pokemon and they're trying to hide them, then that definitely seems like an antagonist role to me. And finally, she's going to have a Mega Clefable. So for you guys who missed it, yeah, that's going to be her Mega Pokemon. The next up, we got Canary. She's going to be a promotion match trainer in the ZA Royale, and it says that people who like Iono's design are really going to like her. So my guess is that maybe she's going to be an electric type trainer, because that's what Iono was, and she also has a Mega Electros, which of course is an electric type Pokemon. And after all, she's also named after a yellow bird, so of course the electric type would make a lot of sense for that. And then we have no info about this trainer that's going to have Mega Phalanx, except for the fact that they're going to be a fighting type specialist. So I guess that's kind of cool. All right, funny enough, this leak actually just got updated as I was editing this video, so I wanted to talk about this new trainer that they just added onto here. So this one's just like the Mega Phalanx user. We actually have no idea what they're going to look like. We don't have any info about them, except for the fact that they're obviously going to be using a Mega Hawlucha. It says she's also a fighting specialist, and it seems like we're going to have this Justice Dojo thing in one of the promotion matches in the ZA Royale. And it seems like both of these mystery trainers who use Mega Phalanx and Mega Hawlucha are both going to be a part of this. Part of me low-key wonders if maybe this is like Karina, who gave us Mega Lucario in X and Y. She was the fighting type gym leader, so maybe it's her, or maybe somehow it's related to her. And then we got Vinny right here, and he's going to be rank M in the ZA Royale, and he's going to use Mega Lopunny, which, based on that thing in his hair, that one makes perfect sense. I would imagine he's probably going to have Pangoro on his team as well. Then next up, we got this dude named Tarragon. It says that he's going to be Canary's grandfather, and he's going to have a Mega Excadrill, which that's going to be sick. I think Excadrill is going to be one of the more underrated Mega Evolutions in this game. Then, of course, we all know about AZ. He's going to be the owner of Hotel Z. Apparently, he's related to Urbane, Tawny, Jet, and Lysandre, which that one's pretty interesting. To be honest, I had no idea he was related to Lysandre, but I guess I could kind of see it, especially if Lysandre's new design is going to look like AZ. That would make a lot of sense. And then finally, Professor Sycamore is supposedly related to us, the main character. He's going to give us the Kanto starters, which of course he also did in Pokemon X and Y. That's probably going to be how we get those Pokemon so that we can Mega Evolve them. It says he doesn't really have an important role in the game, and we don't know if he has a new design. So that's the entire leak, guys. Let me know what you guys think about all this stuff. Let me know which Mega Evolution you guys are most hyped to see, and which one you guys are going to be using on your team. I'm going to make sure I read all your comments, and if you guys made it this far in the video, shout out to all you guys. Comment Kanto down below if you guys made it this far, and I'll respond to you guys' comments. Like I said before, I'm trying to hit 20,000 subscribers, so if you guys don't mind helping me out to reach my goal, I extremely appreciate it. And one last thing, guys, me and Fundoris are still giving away $50 in eShop gift cards, so if you guys want a chance at winning that, all you guys have to do is join the Discord. The link for that will be in the description, and the giveaway ends once I hit 20k or Fundoris hits 30k. So good luck to everyone who enters. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.